Hi everyone. So we are going to discuss virtual memory and its demand paging. In operating system, it is a technique which allows the execution of process that may not be completely within the primary memory. It separates the user logical memory from the physical memory. This separation allows extremely large memory to be provided for program when only small physical memory is available. The virtual memory makes the task of programming much easier because the programmer no longer needs to work a good amount of physical memory say available or not. The virtual memory allows the less memory to be shared by different process by base sharing. It most commonly implemented by demand pagings. So it's not, virtual memory is nothing but the large size of program or large size of files or videos, so it cannot directly loaded into the physical memory. The virtual memory, the large size of files are separated to number of pages. That number of pages is loaded into the physical memory. It then after loaded the physical memory, it concurrently be executed. This mostly commonly implemented by the demand paging. Uh, so this is a virtual memory that is larger than the physical memory. So diagram shows the virtual memory is the number of pages that memory maps. It indicates the physical memory where you are going to be located and execute in physical memory frame. The backstore is using for store the virtual pages into the backing store. After swapping swap in and swap out technique, the process will be held in physical memory. The benefits of virtual memory: the large programs can be written as virtual space available is huge compared to physical memory. Then the less input output is required leads to faster and easy swapping of process. The more physical memory available as the program are stored on virtual memory, so they occupy very less space on actual physical memory. So demand paging. So demand paging is nothing but it demand the page which one is going to be executed in the main memory. So when process execution is going, then next process will come arrive. So for that the main memory to demand the next page to be executes in main memory. A demand paging system similar to the paging system with the swapping features. When want to execute the process, we swap into the memory. The swapper manipulates entire the process where the page is concerned with the individual pages of the process. The demand paging is considered pager rather than the swapper. When the process is to be swapped in, the pages will be used before the process swapped out again. Instead of swapping the whole process, the pager brings only those necessary pages into the memory. The transfer of paged memory continuous disk space shown in below figure. The basic idea behind the demand paging is that when process swapped in, pages are not swapped in at once. Rather, they swapped in only when the process the needs them. This is termed the lazy swapper, although pager is more accurate term. The lazy swapper when the pages demand it to be considered the pages swap in or swap out. So the type of process is called the lazy swapper. Thus it avoids the reading into memory pages that will be used anyway, decreasing in swap time and amount of physical memory. In this technique, we need to some hardware support design between the pages memory and those that are in the disk. A valid and invalid bit used for purpose when this bit is set to valid, it indicates the associate pages in memory. If if the bit is not invalid, it indicates that the page is either not valid or valid but currently not in the disk. So valid and invalid bits shows in the figures. It indicates B. It the page in main memory indicates I. It's B invalid. It's not in the in memory. So the page table when some pages are not in main memory, so the same thing, the valid and invalid for consider. So the page frame 1 3 1 3 4 6 and 7 are not valid, so those frame main memory are not present in any page in the main memory. It is invalid. This type of bit is called invalid. The page fault. Page fault is nothing but when you going to search in page table, the particular page table is not found in the sense it's called page table. So again, the page table is uh, bring back into the bring back into the backing store to the main memory. Again, after storing the main memory, the process will be executed concurrently. This process is called page fault. Steps to handling page fault, that I have the same story I'm telling. Now, if I want to load M into the page table, so going to search in page table, page is not found, the process going to be dropped. Then again the page is going to search in backing store, then it we bring back the missing page into the physical memory. Again, after storing physical memory, the page table will be reset and the process will be instructed to restart the process. So this is to be held in handling in page fault. So advantage of demand paging. The benefits of using the demand paging techniques as follows are: with the help of demand paging, the memory is utilized efficiency. Demand paging avoid the external fragmentation, less input output needed for demand paging. This process not constrained by the size of memory. With demand paging, it becomes easier to share the pages, so no compaction is required for demand paging. Then the disadvantages are there are increase in overhead due to interrupts and page tables. The memory access time in demand paging is longer. The pure demand paging in some cases when easily no pages are loaded into memory. Pages such cases are only loaded in demanded by the process by generating page fault. It is referred to as pure demand paging. The only major issues with the demand paging is after a new page is loaded, the process starts execution from the beginning. It is not big issue for small program, but larger programs effectively perform directly. So these are about the advantage and disadvantage of demand paging. So now we're going to conclude for the virtual memory and page data. Thanks for watching.